Yesterday is history, tomorrow is a mystery, but today is a gift. That's why it's called the present. Master Uwa from Kung Fu Panda once said. This quote shows that there's such a beauty in the power of being present when we strive to work on it consciously or unconsciously. Now, I want you to ask yourself, what does being present mean to you? What would you say? I found myself asking this question and I answered that. To not be in the past, not be in the future. And as I started to really put more intention in my present moment, I realized that the present moment is really basking in the beauty of what is. Especially when I started editing this film. It's really about finding the beautifulness in our life. It's easier said than done when we get triggered by anxious thoughts or by getting stuck in the pain from the past. And in result of releasing our triggers, we may self-sabotage our minds and bodies by doing things that our future self might regret, which is self-soothe our nerves with some sort of instant gratification. I do it too. It's literally a temporary use of energy that basically puts us in an ongoing loop if we don't change the way we cope, which is by being present. The mindset we have can determine the feelings we may receive due to how we handle situations or even things that we could potentially be excited for. When we start practicing being present, our hurts have less control over us and we have more freedom to choose how we want to respond to our lives. So with that being said, let's alchemize this energy and let's get into the flow of being present. In today's day and age, it can be difficult since it's quite common to have such a monkey-junkie mindset where we move from one thought to another, especially with having algorithms that are right at our thumbs, or by a click of a button you can order something and receive it the next day. It's very easy to be impatient or irritable. So let's slow down, come back to what is keeping us alive, our breath. Relax and change the tone of your day by taking a deep breath in. There are many different kinds of breath work exercises, from balancing your feminine, masculine energies to enhancing your kundalini awakening, but if we mindfully practice taking a minute out of our day to take those deep belly breaths, it can create wonders within our mind and body. Second, let's talk about the power of intention. You can literally use this tool with everything you do. Drinking your cup of joe in the morning, showering. We usually do it daily through our mind, but I believe when we say it out loud with a deeper meaning, we practice our magic. We're literally the only species here on Earth, besides like parrots, I guess they could talk to, but we have that consciousness to speak to one another. And if we speak out loud through prayer, through just stating that, cleanse any negativity, anything that no longer serves you, and hit the circle. And as you stop, you're letting go of all things that no longer
I'm not
serve
letting
you.
the sea bear come to me.
So, if we use it with intention, imagine the change in the world, in humanity. Anyways, one of my favorite ways of practicing this is with my water. This water is beautiful and it's going to fill me up with so much love and hydration. This may seem very hippie yogi girl for me, but I'm sharing this for a reason. Third, let's talk about the power of meditation. I know some people that don't like to meditate because it may cause them some sort of anxiety, but there's so many ways to meditate. You don't have to just crisscross applesauce, close your eyes, and just sit and breathe in and out. No, you can literally go for a walk and just acknowledge the difference between the different leaves on different trees. But being here now and just walking and in nature, it's just observing what each plant looks like. just giving gratitude to it, because it's really giving us oxygen, you know, it's making us alive. So the more gratitude we can give to something, especially something from source, the more present we can feel in this world that we live in. Just taking that mindfulness in of just focusing on what is a meditation in itself, especially with trees, especially being in nature. The power of just being in what God has already made is just so beautiful. This is pretty cool. Amazing. So one time I meditated with my eyes open in front of a tree, just observing and feeling so much gratitude for the life that it gives me. And I felt so interconnected with this specific tree. I felt bliss. A certain kind of peace that I wouldn't reach by scrolling mindlessly. The sun is shining, the weather is sweet. Okay, so we found a spot where we are gonna put our hammock, and it's in between. Another tool I like to use to just practice being present is change of scenery. Time flies by when you're on vacation, but why shouldn't that be every day? Take the time to discover a new coffee shop or an art museum, maybe a new lake spot you have never been to. I believe that any place in nature can immerse you into a beautiful presence of God, since it's directly created from source. No man has ever built anything on it yet. It has so much infinite potential, just like a tree. And not only just change of scenery, maybe trying something new like painting or gardening, just cultivating something that can really make you focus on what you are doing in that moment. And I call that flow. Also, I feel like reading a new book, reading a story, really helps you practice not only your reading comprehension, but just focusing on the words of what's going on. Maybe using creative imagination or learning new facts. Another tool that I absolutely love is movement. Getting into your body, from dancing, shaking, yoga, working out, running. Movement is medicine. I personally love yoga so much because I take each movement with such focus through my breath, alchemizing any form of discomfort with honor and love by breathing in and out. And lastly, the main one is gratitude. There's nothing like being thankful for what you have right now that wouldn't bring you in the present moment. So I would like for you to just take the moment and appreciate what's around you, appreciate that you have a tool like your phone or computer to be watching this video on, appreciate the breath that you can breathe, appreciate the water that you can drink. There's endless things to just find gratitude in. And the more we find gratitude in, the more our unconscious mind will just find ways to just feel present and grateful for what is. I'm so grateful I made this video. It was quite healing for me. Quite refreshing, actually. I'm going to work more on it as I'm working on my own journey. And I hope so you do too. I love you guys, and thank you so much for tuning into my energy. Have a beautiful day.